Welcome back to the second half of week number 11, 12, 13, wherever we're at.
That's like 19, by the way.
Is it
19?
really?
17,
Already?
18, somewhere around there, yeah.
Holy
Well,
mackerel.
we did it before the season started.
Yeah,
the
right.
season,
Yeah, it's
college
almost
baseball
midway.
season is ended, and we're almost to the All-Star break. And a lot of All-Stars out there, a lot of
Yeah.
surprising people,
Yeah.
and a lot of surprising teams still. The Texas Rangers, first team to 50 wins. Did
Who
you see
would've
it
thunk it?
coming?
Well, I think I did say Texas was going to win the West. We can go back and look at that.
the video.
You said the Astros were going to win.
And the Astros are probably the second hottest team in baseball.
But
Right?
they're-
Wait. Cleveland now, 11
Cleveland
straight.
doing well.
Of course, they
But-
played the Braves, so you can win.
Yeah, you got
Doesn't
LeBron.
really
I think the
count.
LeBron effect there is rubbing off on Cleveland. They win a championship in basketball. Now they're going to win the. You can't count them out. I mean,
No, they're leading their division too. I mean,
they are leading their division. Got the division leaders right there, and which is kind of funny that Cleveland is 6 games up on KC. They going to hold them off?
I think Kansas City has a run in them. I just think, and I know they were unhappy with. I just forgot the pitchers. Edwin, the pitcher from Kansas City. They were unhappy with. I can't remember his
The guy who
name.
throws at people?
Yeah, they were unhappy with him. But my question is, will you see some deals get made? I think you're going to see some deals and some trades get made to help bolster some of these teams. And I think Kansas City is a team you're going to see is going to be a buyer.
Detroit's 1 game behind that, so
Yeah.
2.5 out. That's the 8.5 from
To
the
show
lead.
you show you the time we're doing this, the Tigers are up 6-2 on the Marlins right now in the 7th inning as I was driving over here. So they're about to go 2.
But the one difference
Two
with the way
outs
baseball's
instead.
changed, in the last few years with the wild card, obviously it's more teams who will be buyers at the trade deadline, which is a month away from today's the 29th, so about a month away. I think you're going to see some deals come down. This is my favorite time. I love the trade deadline. It's my favorite time.
And then you have Texas up by 10 games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're big.
They're I mean, that's a big lead going in. Certainly can't-
Houston played terrible. Houston was terrible at the beginning of the year, and they've turned it around, and they're starting to come on. That's a talented team.
They're good.
And the East in the American League is the tightest division. Baltimore. I didn't see Baltimore being
Well,
in the league.
and I don't know who it is, whether it's
Boston's
Showalter
one
or
game back.
whoever.
5.5.
The Orioles just always hit home runs. It doesn't matter who's there; they just always
No,
hit
they
home
do.
runs.
It's a good park.
And I was reading.
Yeah.
I was reading the other day. The Yankees they're talking about possibly moving Chapman. They signed into the big contract, and then now they're talking about dealing him
And
off.
Miller.
And
I
Miller.
heard Miller's
Andrew
on
Miller
that.
too.
Well, they're only 9 games back. The Yankees are only 9 games out of the lead.
Well, it's. I
How
mean,
many
what
for
are
the
the
wild card,
records
though?
compared to?
Right?
Yeah, they're close. For
Yeah,
the
they're
wild card.
close.
Yeah.
So why would you get rid of Chapman if you're 9
I'm with
games
you.
out?
I'm with you.
You got,
Because
you got a chance.
I'm with you 100%. I don't think you bail. We're a month away from that time. But even if you're 9 games out or 7 games out, then don't you stick with it?
I mean, if you're 15 games out, if you go on a losing streak after the All-Star game, you're 15 games
That's
out. then
different.
Yeah. Then,
And are the Mets done?
no, the Mets aren't.
I
done.
know they're in it and everything, but here they are, and now just they don't impress me.
Not at all.
They're only 4.5 back.
Okay,
They're 4.5 back, or 5 games back.
I'm
rather.
just saying. But are they 4.5 back heading that way, or 4.5 back going that way?
I think they're
And
4.
right now they've been.
Well, some teams are up and some teams are down. The Braves look like rally killers. Look like they were going to win the East a few weeks ago, and now they can't win.
I thought they were putting the surprise plan in motion where they were going to lull everybody to sleep and then spring it on everybody and come back and win the East. That, of course, has been proven false.
But they are not the worst team in baseball.
And the worst team in baseball
The
is.
Twins, the Twinkies, are the worst team in baseball.
Wow.
The Braves are
No pride.
a half game up above them, I think, is what it was going into the night. So by the time this airs tomorrow, they could be the worst
team in
Yeah,
baseball.
it could be the worst
There
team
you
in
go.
baseball. And then you got the Cubs leading your beloved Cardinals by 10 games. Are the Cardinals, they have anything in them to get back in it?
Well, the Cubs ran into the juggernaut that is the Florida Marlins last weekend. Took 3 of 4, and the Cardinals are always going to be there. And I don't know what it is, but they just have consistency and everything. The Cubs are the talent. The Cubs are. With Joe Madden, we've discussed it. In my opinion, the Cubs are finally going to surprise everybody.
I think so.
And it's going to be hard. But the Cardinals are going to be in the playoffs. And then once you're in the playoffs, it's who's good for those 2 weeks.
Who's good
Who's
good for the series?
Do you think Stanton comes back and he looks like he's starting to get back to his full
He
form?
knocked he knocked the snot out of the ball last night. Hit a home run dead center field, then hit a double, then hit a single. He's starting to hit well, and
Right in time for the All-Star break.
right in time for the All-Star break. But I think the All-Star the All-Star on that team is Jose Fernandez. And I know we sat there and we've talked about all these pitchers. His stuff is nasty.
It's nasty.
I mean, have you sat and just watch him pitch again?
I've watched the whole one. Then before we move to the specific players, one more on the West. San Francisco's year. It's the
an
even year.
It's an even
They're up
year.
by 6. The Dodgers, Kershaw maybe going on the DL.
That would do it. He's won. The team is, I want to say, at 12 under 500 when he's not on the mound.
He's
I mean,
14-2, so are they at 500?
They're right. They're right. I mean, they're just bad when he's not pitching.
But there's talk about them trading for Jay Bruce right now, that they might pick up Jay Bruce from Cincinnati. So, I mean, they need another outfielder because Ethier's been on the DL.
But why
Puig is just...
Puig is fine. No, he is. But over the last, he hit the inside the park home run in the worst game anyone's ever had in Major League history, in my recollection. Michael Taylor, you see that?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh, did you see that one last Saturday night?
Saturday night.
It was Saturday night.
Because Sunday was
No,
Friday.
I was on
Michael
vacation.
Taylor struck out not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, but became like the 3rd guy in the last 30 years to strike out 5 times in a game. 5 times.
That shows a lot of confidence by your manager or a lack of anybody else on the bench.
So, but
Exactly.
the team's leading 3-2 and everything like that. He struck out in the top of the 9th. They bring in the closer to shut down the game. The Dodgers get a guy on, 1 out. Hard ground ball up the middle that right when it was hit, you're thinking it's a game-ending double play, but it got just past the... You didn't see this play?
I didn't see it.
Oh, it gets right past the shortstop's glove into center field. The guy's got to pull up because he doesn't want to get thrown out at third base. And here comes Michael Taylor. Probably has that 5th strikeout fresh on his mind. Completely olays and whiffs it. The ball rolls to the center field fence. The guy scores. Puig keeps coming. Runs through a stop sign by the third base coach and dives into home plate with the stand-up single 3-base error. And the Dodgers win 4-3. And if that's not the worst day in baseball, 5 strikeouts, and then you let a ground ball go under the glove for
the game winner.
for the game winner.
Yeah, that's a bad way to lose a game.
The manager needs to see in the office right now. It's
Yeah,
like,
you have a ticket that's AA.
You're going to Tacoma.
waiting.
But Dusty Baker loves all his players.
Sure.
Yeah.
It was that. I just can't imagine. And that's the video where you show kids. This is why when you're playing defense,
Yeah, just stop the ball in front of you.
no, you don't take what you just did in that last at bat out to the field.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you just stop the ball. Yeah,
Oh, that's all you got to do. The guy's not going to be
He's not
running
going to
third.
run.
It's a
Just get down in front
you
of the ball.
got first
stop
and
it.
second,
And
one
even
out.
if he does, the chance of you throwing him out at third, sometimes major league players, because they can do it, make some of the most boneheaded plays because they think they can do everything. And sometimes you just need to do the fundamental thing. Let him go first to third if he wants to go first to third, but keep the double play in order. Don't try to throw him out at third base and the ball gets away in the dugout. And now the tying.
But it would have
scored.
been up first and second, and you still got one out. And
Even so, if it's first and third, and you got a chance for a double play, and a fly ball gets a tie game to the win.
Yep.
Yeah.
You don't do the normal thing. Well, leaders for leading up to halfway. Who's leading in the hits category? Who has more hits? Do you know?
Is it still Murphy?
I'm not sure.
Daniel Murphy?
I don't have hits. I'm sorry. I have batting average. Batting average.
It's not Daniel Murphy?
No, it's not Daniel Murphy. He is 1 point behind. Jose Altuve.
Oh, but Jose Altuve's in the other league.
It doesn't matter.
That's not real baseball. They have a DH over there.
That is real baseball.
No.
It is real baseball.
The National League,
National League.
Daniel
Baseball.
Murphy.
Well, that's fine, but he's not leading Major League Baseball.
Okay.
You can argue with him if you want to. Murphy's second, which is funny that Washington has 2 of the top 5. 2 of the top 5. Boston has 2 of the top 5.
And I'll tell you what, talking about Washington, I was watching last night. Desmond, who is no longer now, he's playing with Texas.
Yes.
He got traded.
He is tearing it up. They say he is the leader for the American League MVP right now.
Wow.
And
He's good.
he was decent with Washington.
Yeah,
but
he was.
I mean, how are you gonna be that?
Texas is just hot.
You got
Texas.
you got the Boston shortstop. What is it? Is it Bogarts? Is that how you say his name?
Mhm.
He's fourth in the batting average. He's fifth in runs, and that's pretty good for a guy who's playing shortstop, which is normally not
Yeah.
one of your.
Which Ian Desmond, back to Ian Desmond real quick, because he was a shortstop with Washington, and he credits his newfound power and hitting and two things. Adrian Beltre, he says, having Beltre as a teammate he's helping me out, and the way, he'll be a coach one day even. And I never thought I would have said that 18 years ago when he was a kid with the Dodgers when I was there, but the way he treats the young players, play the game right. Adrian Beltre, number one, and number two is the Rangers moved him to outfield, and he always wanted to play outfield and just felt a lot of pressure playing shortstop. So that pressure says a lot about what you're saying right there.
Do you see
It's hard.
Beltre as a Hall of Famer?
He's borderline.
I think he is.
No, I wouldn't.
I think he's a
Look
Hall
at
of
his
Famer.
numbers. Take a look.
They're solid. He's
Yeah.
been a great player for a long time. I mean,
He was the greatest player in Vero Beach Dodger history.
Well, that's really good. For the,
he's got my vote.
for the 6 weeks,
he
let's
was-
ride him in.
Was
folks.
in 2000. He
I mean,
was
he
the
was.
Vero Beach Dodger player of the
All right,
century.
so pitchers. And by the way, Bryant from the Cubs is on the top 5, and
Well, that's because
Four
of
of
that
those
one
5
day you saw
categories.
the day he had Sunday. Three home runs and 2 doubles.
Yeah.
That's not a shabby 5 for 5 day.
That's
That'll
not-
that'll
that's-
pick up your.
58 RBIs. He's 5th in RBIs. He won't win the RBI crown. He's not going to challenge for the Triple Crown. I don't think there's going to be a Triple Crown winner this year.
No.
No, there's only been one in the last 50. And
Yeah,
his
it's pretty-
name- and we already mentioned him
I,
once.
I feel pretty safe
Maybe.
about that. So if
Miguel Cabrera.
Yes.
if you had to pick the starting pitcher for both leagues for the All-Star game, who would you pick right now?
I'm partial.
Kershaw is hurt or Kershaw is not hurt.
Kershaw's not hurt.
Kershaw.
Oh, then Kershaw is the best pitcher in the game.
Kershaw's best pitcher in baseball.
He doesn't have the most wins.
He's still the
So
best
what?
pitcher in the game.
He doesn't have the most saves.
Neither does Jose Fernandez. That's because he
doesn't.
comes out in the 7th inning.
He does have the best ERA, the best strikeouts, and the best whip, though.
He's a stud.
So if Kershaw's hurt, then who do you go with?
Jose Fernandez. I do.
I don't know. I think I would have to go with Arrieta.
Because of
Area.
his hitting prowess the other day.
And no, just because of his
He
pitching.
crushed a 99-mile-an-hour fastball.
And we talked earlier in the year about the trade of Johnny Cueto to San Francisco, where that would help. Yeah.
It's turned out all right.
He's not bad. He's won 11 games for them.
Yeah.
Not a bad addition
bad.
to your staff.
No.
When he has more wins than the guys who are supposed to be your aces.
Well, I'll tell you, Bumgarner's he's not there, and he's not on the wins thing.
He's 1.99 on his ERA though. He's not having a bad year.
Bumgarner, and that's why wins to me. And I always used to, you still got to win games and everything like that. This year, what Don Mattingly has done to Jose Fernandez. Have you been watching that? Bob?
Yes, of course. It's annoying. I mean, here we got a lead. Oh, we're gonna pull you out. Now,
He's
the other day, he had
throwing a one-hit shutout,
and he pulls
leading
him out.
3-0 in the 7th inning, and he pinch hits for him. And he's lost 2 games. Well, not lost, but he did not get the win.
decision
He's
is-
10-3. He'd have 12 wins right
He
now.
would.
So he'd be up there among the leaders. Actually, he'd be in second.
It's very frustrating, and I mean, I'm a Braves fan, but I watch the Marlins because I can't afford the package, and I really wouldn't pay for the way they're playing. Would I watch anyway? No, but it'd be fun to see Mike Trout play or somebody else. But it's so frustrating with John Manley because you watch that and you just go, let him finish the game.
It's sad. And I know they're protecting the arms, but that's one of the things about protecting the arms. I mean, Strasburg, his rookie year, the Nationals made it and finally made it to the playoffs, and they bombed out quickly because Strasburg had been shut down, and they were protecting the arm. And then the next year, he winds up tearing his arm out.
Anyway.
And whatever. And now they're protecting the arm. Where's Strasburg right now?
His back, he's on the DL.
He's on the DL. Okay, and the same thing, Jose Fernandez, let's protect him and everything like that. And then all of a sudden, Tommy John, and he's out a year and a half. And he comes back stronger than ever, and it's let's protect him, let's protect him. Let these people throw. Let them throw because it's not working to protect these young arms.
No, you might as well let them pitch because they're going to get hurt either way. We've talked about that. Throwing just, when you put that much pressure on joints, when you're that big and you're that strong, soft tissue, you can't condition it. And so I've talked to some trainers about football because there seems to be a lot of that, more ACLs and more ligament damages, more ankles, more things like that are happening. And one of the things they say is you just get to a point where it's the max stress it can handle.
Yeah, and that's the truth. Are we out of time, or
Right.
did we forget to start the clock?
We are out of time.
Well, it's been a fun week.
It has been.
And we gave you that little extra since you didn't have anything to listen to last week.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It was fun being in Disney and missed you guys, and they just missed the memo. So that's the way it works. But hey, you guys were faithful
Have a
to
great
watch
4th of July.
Yes. Card
Watch
show
some
this
baseball
weekend.
during the 4th of July.
Bob's Card
Mandarin, Jacksonville, or Ramada Inn.
Show, Ramada Inn and Mandarin.
Come
Have
see
a
me.
great week. Play ball. See you later.